Okay. Alright, my people. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to make this plain and simple for you all. Okay, here we got hammer. Okay, new. Okay, I want you to mirror my settings. Camera, which is a 3D view. Okay, top XY, front YZ, side XZ. Now, down here where it says snap to grid, we're going to change it to, oops, sorry, 32. Now, I'm going to show you how to make a basic area. First things first, we go to browse, type in draw, no draw. Then we click here on block, okay. We come here, we hit enter, okay. Now, as you can see, it's a 512 by 512, and it's 2 blocks high, so it's 64. Okay, bring that down to 32. Now, here we can see it in our main camera. I'm going to bring it down one more level. Now, this is going to be our outside area, or at least one part of them, okay? Now, we still have the no draw selected, so we come back up here in this one, and then we click. Okay, now this will be our first little room, okay? Now, here's what we're going to do, is start adding walls. Okay, come down here, you can see that this is our little area, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alrighty. Now, that's how you make a wall. Okay? Now, it does awesomely awesome and easy. Simple. Made the wall. Now, what we're going to do here is change our outside area to our inside area. Yeah, I feel like it. Okay, so we move the wall over. Okay, now hold down the shift key, click on your wall, move it over, unclick, or the shift key again. There, 2 walls. Okay, click the block tool again. Hut, there we go. Our 3rd wall. Ooh. Now we have this. Okay, so what we're going to do, shift key again, bring it over here. We need to be 4 spaces. Alrighty? Now, let's go to our yard area. Okay, we're going to create the little area outside of it. So we're going to need one on each end. So a little shift and move here. Shift and move there. Shift and move there. Now, come over here. Now, while we have this highlighted, which is the floor, shift, move it up. Now we have a ceiling. Okay. So, now, what we're going to do is texture the floor. Shift A, browse. Let's give it a tile texture. Tile. Okay. Keep in mind yours will look different because everybody knows that I make my own. Okay, so let's just try this one. Tile, floor, such and such. Flip it there. Oh hey, look, we got a tiled floor. Now let's make the ceiling plaster. Okay. There we go, a nice green plastered ceiling. Now what do we want the inside of the building to be? Let's try, you know what, let's stick with plaster. Let's go with the plaster wall. Okay. And we are good. Now, I'm going to make an actual doorway. So, click on your small wall, bring it. Okay. Needs to be too high. Okay. Now, here we have the basic room. Okay. So let's add us in a player. There's our player. Okay, NVM. So we're going to make this guy red. Okay, which means the red team will spawn here. I'm going to put him in the back of the room, one away from the wall. Okay, click on him. I'm going to build a little box around him. Okay, Shift A, browse, trigger. Click on that. Control T, RESP. Respawn room. Okay, set this to red. Okay, we're going to name this one human spawn. Okay, now if this was blue, we would be naming it robot spawn. Okay, now let's do a little adjusting here. We've got our dude. Okay, come back up here, click up, and that's 64. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, you all know that our server is set up for 9 people, so what we're going to have to do is go 1 block away from each one of these. Okay, so there. All 9 people can comfortably spawn inside this room. Now you need to come down here and make this just a bit bigger. So there we go. Now, we have 9 player spawns inside of the house. Okay, let's go back to the block tool, Shift A, browse, tools. Okay, and you want the one that says tools, black. Alrighty. Now, what should we do next? The outside. Brick. So, whichever one has your fancy. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're good for the outside of the house. Now let's make a grassy area. Oops. Shift A, browse, grass. The one that I normally use, and you all have seen like 100 times, is called blend grass to cobble. Well, you know what? I'll use a different one because I'm trying to use just default valve ones. So let's check. Nope, not pretty. Let's try this one. No, that looks like it's dead. So let's try ground. So let's use the ground to cobble one. Oh, it's basically the same thing. There we go. Alrighty. So we have us a little area outside here. We have us a house. We have us an inside. Okay. Now, let's put us a roof on it. Go back to the node row. So that's Shift A. Click on the texture that you want. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring the roof up a little bit. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's a 4x4 roof. You click on this tool here, the clipping snip tool. Okay. The red is the area that will be chopped off. Come to the other window. There you go. Now, what do you want to do? Let's go back to wood. And here we go, a nice wooden shingle. Okay. Highlight, 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 highlight. Treat as one. Face. World. Fit. Fit. Let's see if resizing that makes it look any better. Oh well. Let's try a different texture.